So hello everyone, this is your Krishna from Women Today YouTube channel. So in this channel, we have been interviewing many women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India. We are just traveling to different cities and we are doing offline interviews. And we are also doing online interviews across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So today, right now, in front of us is Sapna Agarwal ma'am from Moradabad. She is an image consultant and also a soft skill trainer and a life and happiness coach. So I welcome you, Sapna Agarwal ma'am, to this Women Today YouTube channel. So please kindly introduce about yourself, about the kind of work that you're doing to the society, to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna, for inviting me on your channel. And let me introduce myself. As Krishna introduced me, I'm Sapna Agarwal. And professionally, I'm into my business also. But passionately, as this is my passion to work with women, to help them and in their day to day lives. So I am a life coach and a happiness coach and an image consultant and a soft skills trainers. I help women work on their image, communication, and help them guide them through their day-to-day challenges.
So that's a great thing that you're doing all these things in a single roof. And also tell us, ma'am, coming to this life and happiness coach, many people will have joy, happiness each day, but at some point they'll be just disconnected. So how do you help people as a life and happiness coach to reconnect with joy and self-worth in their day-to-day life, ma'am?
We women, most of the time, get so busy in our responsibilities, in taking care of our family, children, of our work, and somewhere we lose ourselves. And maybe we just lose ourselves in taking care of ourselves. So, in my coaching session, I first make them aware of what they are, their strengths, their weaknesses, and then I we work together. We work on their image and how what they feel and what they want to do in their life, and it's a process. And with simple tools and techniques, we do that. Joy comes once a woman start realizing her value.
So speaking about joy, that's everything what we need in our life. And also you also deal with other kind of areas like relationships, career. So tell us what is the most important area and what are the other areas that you actually cover and help people reconnect with joy and help them succeed in their life now.
Yeah. I guide women. I work with women, especially homemakers, and I guide them as an image building. Then there's confidence, then there's self worth, then there's self esteem, relationship within the family members, with their children, and there was and also the women in transition. Suppose somebody has taken the sabbatical, or somebody is moving from one role to another, maybe a daughter-in-law becoming a mother-in-law, and a vice versa.
So you told me that you are also working with women who undergo sabbatical kind of areas. So tell us what are
Yeah.
the other kind of areas that you would like to work with women because they'll be going through a lot of transformations, transitions. So tell us about it, ma'am.
You mean you're asking about the sabbatical, like
Exactly.
when
Exactly,
we talk
because
about.
as I spoke with a lot of people, each and every people, not only women, not only men, each and every people of whatever age category they are, they need some breaks in their life so that they'll be able to achieve even more better. Because if we just consider a flight is flying like many miles an hour, so people who are traveling inside they will not be able to understand and realize the feeling that they are flying. So once they land, then only they'll be able to realize that they were traveling at that high speed. So in the same way, each and every people need some breaks. So tell us about how you kind of help people go through these kind of transformations, these kind of sabbatical kind of phase in their life, man.
See, if you talk about sabbaticals, it could be women who just gets pregnant and then the child during the maternity leave, after the maternity, and once the child is little grown up, that's the area, I think that's the most important, because in that particular time, a women raising children, somewhere they lose their confidence because of the gap in their career, their confidence, and they think that they are lying behind. So I help them first to regain that confidence, first to realize their strengths, first to make them aware what they used to do. For and like for example, I had a client last month, about the girl who was working with a organization for say 3 4 years, and then this pregnancy happened, and it was not planned. So that was the one factor, whether I should go for that, whether I should not, because she was at the peak of her career. So I helped. She came to me, what to do, ma'am. See, as a coach, my job is not to tell what to do. My job is to make them aware what they feel, acknowledge their emotions, acknowledge their feelings, and rediscovering their strengths. So we through 3 4 sessions, we got to know actually what was the pain point. Was it she was not able to join the work again, or was it she was not able to take care of a child? Was it she was not able to contribute to the family income? So these then we pinpointed the areas where she wanted to work on, and through simple tools and techniques, we fortunately she was happy with the sessions, and she was able to deliberately give that time to her children without any guilt of okay, I'm not able to pursue my career.
So basically, in your sessions, you make sure that people feel what they actually going through in their life. You make sure that they have the right awareness so that they'll be able to understand what's really happening, and you'll be able to guide them come out of that kind of phase. I do understand, because first you have to make them realize that this is the thing which stands as an obstacle, and you're able to easily remove it. I do understand, ma'am. So also speaking about
Yes.
mindfulness, so tell us, how do you actually help people like grow and have joy by having this kind of mindfulness sessions in your kind of coaching sessions, ma'am?
Okay. See, Krishna, generally, what is mindfulness? When we talk about mindfulness, and when we see on Insta, on social media, we associate mindfulness with spirituality, maybe, and sitting quietly, not enjoying life. Not enjoying life means not materialistic things. When we talk about mindfulness, it's generally we associated things like this with mindfulness, which is not. Actually, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is being present and being aware of your surroundings and being aware of yourself, being present to the moment. That's mindfulness. Generally, people, my clients, I'll tell you one about one client only. Yeah, she was, again, see, when I work with women, more or less, if we broadly, if I categorize, they're the same problems. Like, one of the, if they're working, then they're not able to give time to their children, to the family. If they're not working, and if they're homemakers, then their self-worth, self-esteem, बिकॉज होम मेकर्स जनरली होता है ना कि उनको अपनी वर्थ के लिए जो होता है, स्पेशली द वुमेन आफ्टर 40 when the children are grown up, and all are settled, husband busy in their business, so there comes kind of vacuum appears. So mindfulness plays a very important role in this particular phase of life, when they become aware, present, and moreover, must first most important is acknowledge. See, we women are generally, we keep ourselves at the end. The whole our life revolves about our family and our children, especially our children. what they like to eat in the dinner, what they like to do, where they want to go, if they're going early morning to tiffin, then what the in-laws have to do, and what they want. Somewhere they don't know what they actually want, what they like, what they dislike, what their hobbies are, what they are passionate about. So mindfulness is the first step to bring them to your themselves, homemakers. So like simple exercises, and I believe techniques has not to be complicated. They have to be simple so that everyone can, easily they can easily practice them in their daily life. So mindfulness plays a very important role.
So also tell us, ma'am, how can we actually shift from stress to joyful mode? Because as you told, a lot of people have a lot of stress because of the works and day-to-day life. So tell us any techniques to shift from stress to joyful
Yes.
mode, ma'am.
Again, we would. What is stress? What is? What do you think, Krishna? What is stress?
I think stress is something, the difference between what is going to happen and what we think is going to happen. So I think that's stress because yeah, people do not know what's going to happen in the future because they'll be going through a lot of phase. So at that point of time, what they'll be thinking is they'll be thinking of the negative things happening in their life, negative output, and they'll not be concentrating on the positive output. In spite of concentrating on the positive things, they always concentrate on the negative ones, because of which all the kind of negative things get into the mind, and they'll be kind of stand as an obstacle, so that we'll not be able to know what's really in front of us. So all these kind of things are tied up, and ultimately it will lead to stress because we do not know what's the output is going to come. So that is what, from my perspective, I think as stress, man.
Yeah. And if what you have said, I agree with you, Krishna. And if I can summarize this in one line, is stress is what we cannot control. Why stress happens. For example, for me, if I'm here for the interview and my internet is not working, you know, that I cannot control. Somewhere the stress builds up. And for a woman, if she wants to do deliver the things, and she wants to do a lot for her family or for children or for their in-laws, and if she's not able to, for example, because I'll be giving more examples from homemakers, because I generally work with homemakers. For a homemaker, for a woman, if that the maid doesn't come, that also builds up the stress. The whole routine uh, shatters, and the way she wants to do carry her day, that all goes. And how we can you mean to say how we can stress to joy? First of all, for this first, again we come to mindfulness, and first of all we need to accept that we are in stress. Most of this, ना आप भी कोई पूछोगे, या आप for your family member or for me also, आप are you stressed? No, I'm fine. No, it's fine, it's fine. That's the starting point. Saying that only, no, it's fine, it's we are creating more stress. And stress is when we cannot control the things we want to control. Stress is when we are not able to perform the perform how much we want to perform. So if we want to get away from the stress, one is acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge your feelings, emotions, and third, that's the most important, is communicate. Speak up. Just tell your loved ones or anyone whom you believe who will understand. So the most of that's I'd say na कि कुछ नहीं. Until and unless, you must have also experienced, if we share something with others, half of the stress generally goes. So one thing I would, as I said, acknowledge, communicate with your stress, and then you can obviously uh, connect with an expert. What is the role of an expert here? Expert help you navigate through that journey from stress to joy by listening to you, by giving you that platform, where non-judgmental platform, where you can just speak up your mind, speak up your heart without any fear. In my to my clients, I generally I believe, and stress can be managed by mindful exercises, breathing, daily practices, and call to action tools which the client can immediately follow the moment they are through with the session.
So, as you said, that's a great example because first thing which we should do when we have a lot of stress is talking to someone, open out. So
Yes,
then only it will be like we'll be having a little bit kind of things getting out of our heart, because that's where
yes.
we build a lot of stress over there, and that's not good for health. So it's better to open up to people who really think that okay, you want to go to a successful phase in your life. People always kind of listen to the kind of bad things happening in life, and that's the very basic thing. And being a life and happiness coach, you make sure that you make clients follow certain techniques which will help them come out of the stress and get into a joyful mode. Okay, I do understand, ma'am. So also you told me about your image consultant work and soft skills trainer. So tell us, ma'am, how does actually improving our image and soft skills can actually help grow self esteem? So tell us about it, ma'am.
Yeah. And before answering this question, I would like to add to the previous question, because most of the times we don't communicate because the fear of being judged is so much. Like, if I'm talking to you, what will you think about me? If I tell you about my negatives, if I tell you about my weakness. So that's the fear of being judged, because this happened with me also, because before becoming to life coach and happiness coach, and as I told you, I'm into my business from more than a decade. Shifting my image to the different thing, that took me a lot of time. Fear of being judged. Then I worked on it, and that's the major kick for me to become a life and a happiness coach, because I know I would like to guide the women like me who face this dilemma: whom to tell, what to do, how to do it. Now, coming to your next question, how can you please repeat the question?
So you are basically an image consultant and also a soft skills trainer. So tell us,
Yeah, yeah.
when people come to you, actually help them improve their image and soft skills. So how does these kind of things will actually help gain self confidence in the clients that come to you in your sessions, ma'am?
Yeah. Um, Very important. Image is directly related to the confidence. I would say it's directly proportional to the confidence. For example, see, image is how we see ourselves, how what I feel about myself. I will feel that way. If I'm feeling, if I today I'm saying I'm not too good, so I'll feel like that. And how I feel, I will act like that. And how I act, the people will perceive me like that. We call it in our this thing image cycle. It's how we see ourselves, we feel that way. How we feel, we act that way, and how we act, the people will perceive us like that. So, image, when we see, most simple example, what I face in my sessions, homemakers, मेरी कोई बात ही नहीं सुनता, बच्चे मेरी बात ही नहीं सुनते हैं, एंड हस्बैंड मेरी बातों का ध्यान ही नहीं देते हैं, nobody includes me in my in decision making. So that's the most important. And आप भी देखेंगे, if in a party, if you have to go in a party, and somehow, um, for women it matters more, you want to shampoo your hair, and you're not feeling you're feeling lazy, but you have don't have time to bathe in. Just think sometimes, Krishna, and you go into the party. That day, your confidence, it's you're not that way. It matters. One of the client shared this way, ma'am. One day, I was not feeling well, and I went to the party, and I was just trying to hide from everywhere because I couldn't wash my hair. So I was hiding from everywhere. I didn't want to meet people. Then I said, what was the matter? Because I was not looking good. Because I was not looking the good I want to look at. That means I was not able to portray the image I want to portray. So the image is directly related to the confidence. And under image, for my clients, I work on their image, the what image they want to portray in the eyes of others. What is image? Image is what we want to be seen as from the eyes of others. That's our image. So we in building, I work with them in image building, and that in image building comes appearance, communication, body language, behavior, and etiquette. And then again, communication, it's a combination, soft skills and image, it's a combination. And in body language or communication, we work on verbal and non-verbal communication. For example, body language, what do you see body language with? Body language is something if you're not speaking also, we give a message in without speaking also, through our gestures, through our how we stand and how we look, especially. So appearance also plays a very important role. And when we talk about appearance, it comes first impressions. So these all things are interrelated. When the client comes to us, we just listen to her and identify the areas they want to work on.
Well, that's a great thing. We have learned a lot of examples from you. Of course, people who go out for parties, not only for parties, even anywhere. Of course, you, me, even a kid, they always wanted to look better in front of people so that they'll be having self confidence. And being an image coach, you always help people attain the good threshold to attain this kind of beauty features. That's a great thing. So, also tell us now, most of the people also will be having a lot of guilty feeling that what people will think if they concentrate too much on themselves, taking care of themselves. So, tell us, how can one remove this kind of guilty things and improve on the self care kind of things in their life, ma'am?
Um, I believe how we see internally ourselves and how we present externally ourselves, our strengths, our values, that plays an important role whether we feel guilty or not. Because, and in this, conditioning plays a humongous, I should say, or the huge role, especially in women. You know, if if I talk about myself or the women from my age, and because we've been conditioned so hard, like we were never told to take care of ourselves, we were never told to feel what we like. It was always like, you should take care of others, you should take care of family, you should look after your children. So conditioning plays a very important role in feeling guilty. And if, as you said, if you want to help women or the people not to feel guilty, the first step is to start thinking about themselves, start taking care of themselves, self love. कहते हैं ना, एक वो करीना कपूर की पिक्चर थी, उसमें मैं अपनी फेवरेट हूं, you know, we have to imbibe that particular things. And I believe, empty cup cannot pour. Until we keep ourselves happy, we cannot keep others happy. It's a very short-lived things, taking care of others, taking care of. There's one, I'm sure, and I deal daily with the women. There's one point, a saturation point comes when लगता है कि छोड़ो भाई सब छोड़ दो, you cannot keep everyone happy, so might as well keep yourself happy. So when you start valuing yourself, when you start I help them rediscover their strengths. When you start thinking, I like this, I like to do this, then is suddenly gradually that feeling guilty fades. And one of the most important part of just not to feel guilty is setting boundaries. We were never told to set boundaries. You know, most of the women, they feel disappointed, they feel disappointed, they feel guilty, and they feel bad if they say no to others, if they are not if they don't want to do things, but they think that what would others feel, they might feel bad, what will she or he thinks about myself कि मैंने मना कर दिया. I help my clients to deal with this. For example, if they want to say, it's not saying don't say yes, say I would love to do this, I would love to help you, but right now I'm not in that capacity. The way they communicate, we work on that. So once they learn this, and once they start valuing themselves, once they start okay, their time is important, me time is important, that guilty feelings gradually fades.
So that's a great thing. You actually help people. As you told, there is a lot of people facing saturation in their life. At that point of time, they will be letting go of people in their life. Yeah. So also tell us now. So tell us about your coaching process, how long it will take, and also tell us how can clients coming to you can track their progress. So tell us all about it now.
See, coaching is a personal journey, and it depends, it varies from client to client. There are few clients who are beneficial in few sessions only, and they get the meaningful results and meaningful things they can take away. And there are clients, it takes months for them to have that more deeper and the lasting uh, change what they want to experience. And when we talk about how we track their growth, see, first of all, we understand the client. And for understanding the client, first of all, the first step for me is to give them the space, a non-judgmental space where they can be themselves without any hesitation, without any fear, without the fear of being judged. So the coaching process starts with that. And then comes the rapport building, to build that connection with the client. Until unless we build that connection, the client has to feel safe in that space, and client has to feel that this is a very private things, and the things he or she will share, that won't go anywhere from that. So the first step is to communicate that. Then the second step to rapport building, and then the third step, that's the most important, is to listen. Just listen. Krishna, even you will agree, nobody wants gyan in these days. There's the Insta and the social media is overloaded with the gyan. So people need real connection, human connection. They need someone who can hear them, who can listen to them, who can understand them. So first we rapport building, then we build connection, then we see where the client is and where they want to go, what goals they want to achieve. And for that, we follow a model, grow model, we must say. first to understand where they want to reach the clients. That's growth. And then we come to the reality, where the client is right now, at what situation, what position. Then comes options. Oh, like what other options we can work on it, depending on the situation, depending on the severity, depending upon the pain points they want to work. And then comes to W, way forward. Like what is the actionable tips we can work on. So depending on this grow model that works wonderfully in life coaching, we take the client through this model. And then, and how we track their progress is depends on the clients, sometimes daily on the WhatsApp, sometimes weekly. Weekly, though generally we take a live session weekly, then through exercises, then through accountability, like the coach become the accountability partner for the client. And actionable tips in every session that the client can, start following the moment he or she is over with the session. So that way we track the growth. And sometimes the client only tells us because they can see the changes, because they can see the changes in themselves, in their life. They become more calmer. uh, they start taking pause, then they reflect, and they become more energetic. So this way we track the progress, because coaching is not about reaching goals. It's about having sustainable changes that can last even if they are not taking the coaching session.
So that's a great message because as soon as people come to you, you make sure that you have a good rapport with them. So then they'll be
Yes.
able to kind of put things out. Then you will be able to give them the right solution. So that's a kind of right strategy which you're following in your coaching kind of sessions, ma'am. Do you offer
Yes.
only?
One thing I would like to interrupt. I don't give them the solution. You know, in the coaching process, solution, everybody has the solution on their own. I just help them to rediscover, to discover, or to know them the solution. Like that, the solution is within themselves. I just guide them and I take them through the process so that they can take the solution on their own.
Yeah, that's it. Because each and every people have their own solutions. Each and every people have their own problems. They're kind of unique. So yeah,
Yes,
we can
yes, yes,
actually
yes.
we can actually bring out first, and we'll be able to kind of figure out, okay, this is the thing that you want. So why are you coaching? They themselves they can figure out their own.
Perception. There's a change in perception. Even you must have noticed. Situation changes as our perception changes. You know, and one situation, different perceptions. So I help them just take them to go through the other perceptions.
So do you offer only online, or do you also offer offline tests? So tell us the way you work, online or offline, man.
It's more of online, but yes, I do offline workshops also. Like recently, I did it in Noida. It was a family bonding experience, and it went touchwood very good. In that, we our target audience was only families, because we have webinars, we have coaching for kids, for women. Women के लिए तो हजार ही हैं, but collectively for as a family, it was one of its own kind workshop we held in Noida. And we do workshops and webinars offline also, but majorly my work is online.
So also tell us, ma'am, do you also provide a group kind of workshop, like you conduct a workshop in which a group of women coming to you, they'll be having a lot of sessions with you. So tell us, how does this work, ma'am?
That also works good, but in that, the topic we say or the topic we cater It's like I have done many webinars for a platform, online platform only. That's a women EJ platform, like, so that I have done stress management, time management. So then, we can't cater individually. But when we take group sessions, then we take a topic and we discuss that. Obviously, I try to make my all the sessions more interactive and engaging. So in that also works well. And if in particular that workshop, if someone feels they want one-on-one sessions, so then they contact me personally. That also works well. And it has happened because I get clients definitely from the group workshops.
So tell us about your success testimonials that you want to share with the audience. So a lot of people will be coming to you with a lot of problems. After attending your coaching sessions, they'll be like, I'm like a little bit free and I'm having a good mood and a happy life. So tell us about your success
Yes,
testimonials of your clients.
yes. Uh, First of all, one comment, yeah, one compliment I should say I get. आपकी बात सुनते ही ना मेरा मेरा मूड अपलिफ्ट हो गया एकदम। मैम जैसे आपने बोला ना, मेरे आई वाज फीलिंग सो स्ट्रेस्ड एंड सो लो, बट जैसे आपसे बात करी ना माय मूड अपलिफ्टेड एंड आई फेल्ट स्टार्टेड हैप्पी। that's the aha moment for me. you know I think that's my job is done. Then another, when we work on image, that that's a very showable difference. What one the way, I will tell you about one woman. Her name was Neha, and she came. मैम मेरे को कोई ना सीरियसली नहीं लेता और ना मेरी कोई बात ही नहीं मानता घर में. Then we talked, and then we noticed how she used to dress up even at home. जनरली हम देखते हैं कि ना, सी हमारा ना जो फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन होता है, आप देखिए कि फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन किससे फर्क पड़ता है, द वे वी ड्रेस अप. फर्स्ट लुक से हमें पता चलता है कि वो कैसा. पर अगर बी एट होम, इफ यू आर नॉट प्रॉपरली ड्रेस्ड, if you are always in the night suits, always in the pajamas, so be our husband, be our children, be our in-laws, be our servants, they don't take us seriously. The moment, and even you must have noticed, the moment we wear something good, and we start feeling good. कहीं भी जाना होता है, कई बार होता है कि नहीं नहीं हमें कहीं नहीं जाना, मन नहीं किया, बट वंस यू गेट रेडी, है ना, and you look yourself at the mirror, then you start feeling good. So that then we worked upon her, on her appearance and her wardrobe. After a month, she came to me. Thank you so much, because now it was not they were not hearing me. It was I was not only making an effort to make myself heard. So these are some important, testimonials I would like to talk about. And uh, another thing, I worked with a mother-in-law. Yes. How good the mother-in-law is, or how good the daughter-in-law is. There's always something or the other. There's some very thin line in this relationship. Like, so then the mother-in-law came, and I do so much for my daughter-in-law. She's working, and I take care of her children also, and then they don't respect me or something. Then we worked on her behavior, on her pattern, on her communication. Basically, how we communicate. It's not about verbal, the non-verbal communication. The pitch, the tone, the facial expression, the hand gestures, and she herself noticed the difference. And I met her daughter-in-law somewhere. She came to me, ma'am, is my mom-in-law coming to you? For that, at that particular time, I didn't know what to answer, whether I'm supposed to tell or not. Then I realized, yes, she could notice the difference, and this way, I was able to help their relationship, and now touch wood, they're having a good relationships. I was talking about this teacher only. Like, then again, we worked on the parents and the communication. So the if I and the body language, these are the four pillars of, I should say, the image. First is, appearance, then communication, body language, and the etiquette. If we work on that, I think things get sorted.
Yeah, that's a great thing. So, of course, in between, you are talking about how people feel when they dress up good for themselves. A lot of people in front of them, they feel that they have to give some respect. They will be having a lot of positive energy. So, that's all dressing kind of things give to you. So, as an image coach, as a kind of soft skills trainer, you make sure that whatever situation people they are, they dress up in such a way that okay, they get some respect, and also they feel some kind of positive things happening in their life. I do understand now.
And
So
they
we
feel
have,
good themselves. They feel good themselves. That's the most important thing.
yes, ultimately that's what we need in our life. So yeah, we have discussed a lot about life kind of coaching things and happiness kind of things. So one final question for this interview is very simple. So via this interview, if you want to convey any kind of message to the audience, it may be to the kids, to the old age people or middle aged people, what would be that one message that you would like to tell to the audience who are watching this interview right now, ma'am?
I would like to tell to everyone, be it children, be it old age people, be it women, men, first start valuing yourself, because people will treat you the way you will treat yourself. If you devalue yourself, people will devalue. If you value yourself, people will value. So this is, and most important, as I mentioned before also, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you yourself are not happy, if you yourself doesn't feel fulfilled, you will not be able to give positive vibes to others, and you will not be able to take care of others well. So start treating yourself the way you want to treat people.
So really, that's a great message, ma'am. Because yes, of course, we should take self-care. Only then we'll be having a positive mind, clear mindset, a very healthy body. So then only people will be able to have some kind of confidence that we can achieve anything, and also we can support them. So these are the basic
Yes.
human psychologies. That's once again
Yes.
a great message, ma'am. So yeah,
And
yes, tell me, ma'am.
and I do in my coaching, like my coaching gives clarity, purpose, confidence, and emotional balance. Then mindset shifts. Then reconnect with them, within connecting within yourself, and that results to a fulfilling life.
So yeah, thank you once again for accepting me to host this interview, ma'am. We have a lot of good conversations regarding life coaching and
Hmm?
happiness coaching, and also how to become a successful kind of human being. Of course, that's what we need in our life. So, people who are watching this interview right now, please do subscribe to our Women Today YouTube channel. Please do click on the bell icon so that you can receive notifications whenever I do post new videos regarding women entrepreneurs and working women across different cities in India and also across different countries in the world. So, today's your host is Krishna, hosting this Women Today YouTube channel. Today's our guest is from Moradabad. Her name is Sapna Agarwal, a famous life and happiness coach and also an image consultant and a soft skills trainer. So, thank you once again, Sapna Agarwal, ma'am. We had a lot of good conversations with you. So, good evening. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you. And I will thank you, Krishna, for having me here, because these conversations bring a lot of change in the mindset and in the human lives. Thank you. Thank you. It was great connecting with you.
Of course, ma'am. People would have had a lot of mind shifts, which ultimately lead to good things in their life after watching this interview. So, thank you once again, ma'am. Good evening. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.